I want to get into all of the drama in Dallas. Last night on the Real Housewives of Dallas, you and Mama D kind of got into it. You had a really tense scene.
Yes.
And she admitted, long speculating, that she knew the business wasn't really at its best when she handed it over to you. And you said that you felt betrayed by that. Tell me a little bit about that.
I did, because my mother is one of those people, if you've noticed, that knows every penny, every dollar spent, and everything in all the bank accounts at all times. She knows all about the money. So I thought, you know, I know she knew what was happening, and so it was a little disappointing. But at the end of the day, I kind of moved away from that moment, and looking back at yourself and seeing how you react to things. At the end of the day, she gave me a gift. So what I do with that gift is my responsibility. And I am my mother's child, so I will ride this pony or ride this cart till the wheels fall off, and I will make it successful, because that's the determination, the tenacity, everything she's instilled in me. I'm just like her in that regard.
Yeah.
So my husband said, you know what? We can't cry over spilt milk. We're going to move on, and we're going to do this together. My husband has come to work at the business.
Oh my gosh.
And we have, it's my husband, me, we have one other employee, actually 2 other employees now, and we're all just pitching it. It's a startup company.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would be here, but I'm grateful to still have a business, and I know that I can do amazing things with it. And it's just shown me how determined I am, and the perseverance that I have, and that I am my mother's daughter. Well,
it's right there in the product name, right? You had a hard night.
Good morning.
Exactly.
You know, I had a lot of those in Mexico too, so I live by the name of my product.
Well, there's a lot of buzz in the Housewives community right now, because in the trailer for the Real Housewives of Dallas in the beginning of the year, we saw you say to somebody, you better get down on your knees and beg for forgiveness. But then in the episode, we didn't see that scene air. So who were you talking about?
Well, I mean, I've seen a couple of things on Twitter where LeeAnne has alluded to the fact that I was talking to her, but I wasn't talking to her.
Oh, you weren't?
So I can't say who I was talking to. They may use it at some point. So I gotta be, you know, I kind of have to honor the contract I have. So I think at some point you'll see who I was talking to, but it was not LeeAnne.
We'll keep the mystery alive.
She keeps saying it was herself, but it was not. I'll just tell you that. I'll give you a little tea. It was not LeeAnne.
All right, it was not LeeAnne. Good, we're ready for that. Also in the trailer, we saw the rest of the season is kind of coming forward, and there was a scene in which you were wearing LeeAnne's Linfinity dress. Tell me kind of what inspired that choice.
So, you know me, you've known me a couple of years now.
Yeah.
I like comedy, and I like making fun of myself and making fun of others. And it's, you know, no harm, no foul. It's just, I figured we're going on this trip. It's a little tense around here. Let's lighten it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I bought the Linfinity dress.
Oh.
I'm the only cast member that bought the Linfinity dress. I supported the business, and I've supported every woman in all of their businesses on this show. I bought every single product from every woman. So I bought her dress, and I wore her dress to Thailand. I figured, you know, what better place to wear a dress that you can wear 175 ways?
Right.
I mean, that would be useful
That's a great
on
way
a
to
vacation,
travel,
right?
yeah.
I still brought my 3 big bags. But, yeah. So I wore the dress to dinner, and it was kind of just for a fun, laughable moment, but it didn't go over so well. You'll see what happens.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to receive that very well, obviously. Trying to get you guys both back on the same ground seems to be an impossible task this season. It was really tough, of course, last week when she referred to somebody as a fat cow, which I assume is you. It really seems to be you. How did you take that watching it?
Well, I mean, I was disappointed, of course, and a little bit hurt, because LeeAnne knows that my points, you know, my triggers are my weight, because I've always struggled with my weight. I've talked about that openly. And of course, my relationship with my mother, because I don't feel like it's anybody's business to insert themselves into that, except for maybe my husband, which he has a right, because he lives with me every day. And you know, she went to one of those below the belt places that I just thought it was a really low blow. I wasn't there. There was no reason to do that. I know Carrie was kind of antagonizing her a little bit, and I understand that, but Carrie was just wondering what was going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and the other thing is LeeAnne can, you know, she can dish it out all day long, but she can't be roasted. You know, I invited a roast for my birthday.
That's right.
I kind of roasted her with the dress. She cannot be roasted, and she can't laugh. She gets mad. It's like everything's a nuclear disaster. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, you spoke out about social media, about how hurtful that was for you as somebody.
I cried. I will tell you, I cried for a while, and I'm like, okay, pick myself up by the bootstraps, moving on.
Has she apologized?
She called me and left a message, and I have not spoken to her, because I feel like it's just, right now, she had some really hurtful things the night before that she said about me on Twitter. Instead of just saying, I'm sorry, kept on and on, saying, well, you did this. It's always tit for tat.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just needs to be, I'm sorry, and not tit for tat. There doesn't need to be, well, you did this, and therefore I did that. The pettiness is silly. So if she had just said, I'm sorry, and that was it, I would have probably been much more open to having friendship, but right now we're just kind of at a standstill.
There's also some serious allegations that come in the rest of the season about her, where she makes a remark that is interpreted by a lot of people as being racist. You've known her for a very long time. What do you think about that?
What I think about that is I don't know what's in her heart, because you know, actions and words are powerful. So when you say things, I of all people should know, when you say something that can cause you harm, as I did last year, and others harm, there are consequences. So I don't know why she chose to say those words, and not only once, but several times. So I'm concerned about that. But at the end of the day, I don't know LeeAnne's heart as far as what she meant by that, or I'm sure she looks back and says, God, I wish I hadn't done that. As I did last year, I wish I hadn't said those things and started something. So she's gonna have to deal with it. But I think really the viewers have to decide what they think about it. It's not for me to decide or to say.
Yeah. Well, I know your heart. You're filled with a lot of love. I cannot wait to see what happens for the rest of the season. I know you have the reunion coming up. Are you feeling nervous about it?
No, I'm not. Last year, I would tell you that I was just terrified going there because, you know, when you're sitting next to Andy, you're like, oh, God, I know I'm in the hot seat now. I have no idea where I'm sitting. Probably not going to be there, I would guess, just because I didn't cause a lot of drama this year, which is fine with me. But I do have a lot to talk about this year, especially with LeeAnne and I, where we are in our relationship. My mother, you know, who knows if she'll be back or not? Who knows if my husband will be there? We'll see.
I want to see, Mama T. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Catch D'Andra and the rest of the Real Housewives of Dallas on Bravo Wednesday nights at 9 p.m., 8 Central.